Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, the Billboard box scores are out for November. They're dated up until the week of the 3rd of December, and they cover the whole of November basically. And Madonna hasn't rated at all. Now, why has she not rated? Because Live Nation hasn't released any of her box office, any of the receipts, any of the ticket sales. So no one knows how she's done. Now, a lot of people are doing the math and looking at how many seats have sold versus how many seats are actually in the venues, and it's not looking like she's selling out. Now, I did a little search myself just of seats that were available recently, and I saw a lot of seats, but they were resales. So whether these are not selling in the secondary market and therefore going empty, but still counting for sales, or if there are seats that are just not selling to anyone, whether a reseller or an actual fan. But you would think that any seat available would sell either on the first sell-through market or on the resale market. You would think with so few seats in these small venues that every single seat would sell out to a Madonna fan, because there's so many Madonna fans. But they're not. I don't think they're totally coming to support Madonna. There's a lot of people who are just going from show to show to show to show, following her around, and a lot of seats that aren't selling. Well, a few anyway. But and this is worrying, because in a large venue you can have a few seats that don't sell, and you should probably do. But with small venues like this, with high ticket prices, you expect every seat to sell and people to be fighting over them. So a lot of people are speculating over why, well, for starters, why she hasn't released any of the data. Well, they stopped doing it about, I think someone said 6 weeks ago, they stopped actually releasing information on the sales. Now, is that because she's not actually selling out all the concerts and it just doesn't look good? Is it because of situations like all the people wanting refunds in Las Vegas, and people asking for refunds for her showing up late in general for concerts, and there's been complaints about the heats in the venues? Are all these things affecting sales? And is it a matter of she's doing okay but she's not selling out, and that just looks bad and they just don't want to report that or admit to that if they can avoid it? I find it very curious. Like, I had an argument with someone, not an argument, but a discussion with someone on my one of my YouTube comments. The person I pointed out that the venue, she hadn't sold out the venue, and the person said to me, "Oh, there was a certain amount of tickets that were selling," and I pointed that out, and they said, "Well, that's how many seats there are." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize." And then someone else messaged me and said, "Actually, no, if you check, the venue has more seats than that, and on average, she wasn't selling out. Each show there was 100 or so seats at least per show that weren't selling out." Now, I haven't gone through the effort and taken the time to actually look at each venue and look at how many seats they have, how many tickets she sold. I don't frankly have the time to do that. If someone wants to do that, feel free to do that and post that somewhere on one of the Madonna sites. But what I'm seeing is that the shows aren't selling out. And the idea with this show was, because it was smaller, it was basically going to be high ticket prices, all selling out, and basically making the same money as larger venues with more tickets that was selling for less. So I don't think this is good news, but at the same time, a artist or a company or whatever not wanting to show sales doesn't always mean they're not selling. There can be reasons why they don't want people to know the box office. It doesn't always mean that they're not selling, but usually it's what it means, because usually if people are selling out and doing really well, they want to brag about it. Hey, look, Madonna made this many million, she sold this many tickets, she sold out in this amount of time. We're not seeing any of those announcements, so it does look like the word of mouth about her being late, using autotune, having the injured knee, cancelling and rescheduling shows, all that bad press. Despite all the good critical reviews, the fan reviews are not so great. I've had a lot of comments from people who've been to the concerts not happy with the show and complaining about stuff. and I've let people know. Feel free to come and complain here if you want, but there does seem to be a bit of a discrepancy between the fans' experience and the critical praise. So, and the word on the street can really affect how a show sells versus what they're putting out into the press and the media. But I'm not going to talk any more about it because there's not a lot to go on. The absence of information really is just a whole bunch of speculation and rumor, but they leave room for that when they don't give us information and they don't put things out. So I'm just going to leave that there. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, tell me if you think I'm wrong. Comments are fun. Thanks, bye.